Thank you. For 30 minutes, we're out there searching. We out there searching. What do we see? All right, guys. So this ES, we'll do a different one each day. You guys are looking at the micro ES, and it looks like it's dropping, but that's not a trade. What am I looking for? I'm looking for something that looks like, trying to see what you guys see. See if you see that. Okay, that looks better. All right, you guys are looking at the MES. We're looking for something that looks like this. You see how these candles right here have wicks on one side and they're green? That's what we're looking for. We're looking for something that looks like this. All right, these candles right here. Okay? We want it to start breaking to one direction. We want wicks to be on one side. All right? We see it also right here. Now, I'm using, here's two more right there, and here's two right here. These two candles look like these two candles. You want to see the volume. The volume is in this middle area. Dang, you guys can't see the volume, so let me raise that up for you. You can't see the volume. So that's the volume right there. The volume is down here. You want the volume to pick up as it starts to move. So that's what we're looking for. We want to see volume rising on candles that are rising. That's price action. But when the volume is rising, guys, when the volume is rising, I don't just get in. All right? I don't just get in like everybody else. Y'all know me. I want it to come back to this 10-day moving average. You guys can't see it. It's real faint on the chart, but it's gray. You see this 10-day moving average is right here. So I want to see two candles that look like this one, maybe another one that forms just like this one, and then I want it to come back to this white line, and then maybe I'll short it. Now, what you guys also don't see that I'll show you is that I probably wouldn't take this trade because I have a disconnect on this lower chart. On this lower chart, what color do you see the candles on the very lowest chart that's at the bottom? Is that blue or red, the candle that's forming right now? What do you see? If you notice, that's blue. I need that to be red. It needs to be the same color in the direction that I'm going in. So because there's a disconnect, Joel won't be taking a trade. All right, Joel won't be taking a trade. But this is how it looks, okay? I have to get better at how this chart looks. Let me change this on the fly. Let me make this smaller. Let me erase that. Erase this. Make this smaller. That smaller. Bring this up. So you guys can see more. And that didn't do a dang thing, Joel. All right, I'm going to make this lower. There we go. That's better. Got to do it on the fly. All right, that's better. All right. Anybody taking any trades right now? I mean, I'm not taking it. I'm just saying if it was red, I would probably take it. But you're right. It's choppy, but it still can fall. What I do like about the chart is look, the chart has what we call a head and shoulders pattern forming, right? It's got a head right here, a shoulder right here, and a shoulder right here. That means it should roll over and maybe fall in price, but it's not doing it. So no volume really coming in right now. Let's go and see if we can find some volume somewhere else. Now, let me know if you guys see something, right? So let's go look at the M2K. See if I would take a trade here. Also, choppy jalopy. Looks like we might not be taking that. All right, this looks choppy jalopy too. Choppy jalopy. If I was to take anything, it would be a short. What color do you guys see on the screen? What color are my candles? They're red, right? So when you see it red like that and you see we're really not pushing anywhere, it looks terrible. So let's look at maybe the M. So for you guys that don't know what we're looking at the Russell 2000, and the Russell 2000 is the M2K. What's crazy is that yesterday when we came on, the volume came in quick. So it was kind of exciting, but no volume right now. It's boring. All right, that's M2K. So we're going to look at MGC. All right, MGC is looking promising, but we missed a trade. We missed it because I was talking? Nah, that trade went off at 7:51. So this is how it looks when a trade goes off. I want you guys to see how it looks. We broke this trend back to the upside. And then you got two candles. Y'all see this? You got two candles that have wicks going in the direction that you wanted it to go into. But Joel is not going to get in way up here at 46.46. I'm not going to get in at 46.46. I want to get in halfway of this candle. So I would have been in, it wasn't that much difference. I would have been in at 46.45. Now, let's do the calculations. How much, look, and it's steadily going up. You see how we missed the move, but you see how it's pushing up? That's how it looks. Now, if you're day trading, guys, this is what you're looking for. If you're day trading, and we're looking at the MGC. If you were day trading the MGC, we first got to figure out how much it moves. All right, the MGC for every dollar move is $10. Every dollar move is $10, and it costs $4,400. It costs $4,400 to trade this. So in order to trade this, you need $4,400. You need 4,400. So yeah, you got to get your weight up. You need 4,400. And I think you need twice that because you guys should be buying two contracts, not one. And let's say you were able to get in this trade at 46.46. Let's say you got in at 46.46. Right now, we're sitting at 46.59. Well, now we're sitting at 46.56. How much money did I just make? If it goes from 46.40, now remember, every dollar move, I make $10. Every dollar move. Every dollar move, I make $10. How much money would I have just made? You would have made $100. 46.46 to 46.56 is a $10 move. If I make $10 per dollar move, I would have made $100, guys. If we had come on at 7.52, we could have taken this trade and made $100 in 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21 minutes. In 21 minutes, you would have been able to make $100. All right. What was your entry, Sean? You said you made 50 on MGC? He might have made it just on that last candle. All right, so, if you're trading MGC, you got 35 on it. So you see so guys, you're making, like a lot of you guys are not making $100 an hour at your job. And I'm not trying to, shit on your job. I'm just saying that's why it's cool to have another business that allows you to make $100 an hour, because you could come on and trade 2 or 3 hours a day and try to make, those money. But this is how it looks. This is how the trade setup looks. Now, here's what's crazy. This move to the downside, this is how I like you coming out of a VWAP. Like, this was a nice trade right here. You could have shorted this. You could have shorted this, guys, and made the same amount, not the same amount. You could have made money on oil, from gold, from 46.64 to 46.40. That's a $24 move. That's $240 you could have made, guys, during my live at 6:30. At 6:30, gold started to go down in value. A trade went off at 6:39. You see this trade? You see these wicks? 1 wick, 2 wicks. Joel may have been in this if it was halfway up the next candle. I really like it to jump right back up to the 10-day moving average. But if you can't catch it moving up to the 10-day moving average, I want you guys to do this. I want you guys to simply do this. Draw a line across the top. And as it starts to go up and touch this white line, you need to short it. And how long are you guys staying in these trades? How many candles? How many candles are you guys trying to stay in? How many candles are you guys trying to stay into this trade? 10 candles. Oh, there you go. 10. That's what you're trying to do. If you were in this trade at 6 o'clock, 1 candle, 2 candles, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the 10th candle right here. It starts to peter out right around here. That's the 10th candle right there. If you were trading this and you caught the trend to the upside, how many candles do you guys see here? Some of you guys would have taken your money too early. A lot of you guys that are taking money right now saying, hey, I just took a quick 30, I took a quick 40, I took a quick 50. Why are you guys taking 50 quick dollars when you could sit in this bad boy for 10 candles? How many candles do you guys see here? Yeah. How many green candles, guys? How many? How many green candles do you see? 11. You left some money on the table. Some people, you left some money on the table. As long as you stay within that channel, hold on for dear life. Hold on for dear life, guys. Now, I'm going to look for, if I'm trading anything that I'm trading, I don't care if it's if I'm trading a micro, guys, I'm looking for $100 per contract. So I'm not going to be satisfied unless I make $100 or more. Okay? $100 or more. Now it's after hours, so I'm going to have to maybe scale down because I haven't been trading 8 o'clock sessions. Guys, I'm just being honest with you. I'm only doing these sessions because you guys asked me to trade with you guys live. The only way I'm learning the 8 o'clock session with you guys, but what I'm learning is that I got to maybe cut in half what my reward normally is. So I need to look for $50 moves instead of $100 moves. All right, so if I'm trading the MGCs and I know that every dollar move is $10, I'm looking for $5 moves. Once I'm up $50, I'm going to put a stop at break even, and I'm going to try to hold out for 9 to 10 candles. If you can get to that 10 candle moment, bring your stop to $100 and let that bad boy go until it breaks that trend. All right, let that you guys are going to see this. This might trend up for the rest of the night. Why take $40 or $50 when it can trend for $500? I want you guys to learn how to spend longer time in things that are trending and less time trying to maybe scalp. Like, scalping is cool, but I don't want you to, I want you guys to try to learn, depending on the chart you're looking at, the candles that you're looking at. If you're using a 1 minute candle, now you guys see how it's going red? If you want to get out now, I don't mind you getting out now. You see how we waited for 11 candles and now it's starting to rip down? That's why after about 10 candles, you got to be like, all right, do I want to take all of my profits here? Or do I want to maybe chill? All right, I don't want you guys to leave money on the table that's out there. All right, but I know some of you guys, when you first start, when you see $50 or $60, your eyes are going to pop up because you're going to be like, I haven't made that much money this fast ever. You're going to have to get used to it if you're in the futures market and you're trading these micros. You're going to be up $50 to $100 sometimes in 5 or 10 minutes. But you can also be down $50 or $100 in 5 or 10 minutes. So be careful. So we missed that trade because, I was live, but let's see if there's any others. Y'all see anything else for me? That's why I have you guys here. If you see something that I should take, let me know. All right, let's go and look at something else. YM. Let's see what the good old Dow is doing. What's good old Dow doing? Now, because I'm only doing this every 30 minutes, I'm only giving you guys 30 minutes, it's going to be hard to find a 30-minute trade, right? So I don't want you guys to have expectations that I'm going to trade every single time y'all see me come on. I'm going to take a trade that has a nice setup. And, we'll put our risk to reward in place and see what happens. Yesterday, it just so happened to come right at the end of the session. But I want you guys to be patient like that. You don't have to be out there unless you want to. There's nothing wrong with scalping. Scalp all day if you want to. But in the beginning, I want you guys to take A+ setups. And by taking A+ setups, you're going to look for the strategy that you're using. And if the strategy pops off, you can take a trade. There's one reason why we're not taking these trades, guys. And one of the reasons is that if you look here at the bottom of our charts, you're gonna see these red dots going off now. Now, in my opinion, the red dots don't mean a dang thing during regular trading hours. But during, even though that was a nice push to the downside, but during these hours, these red candles down here, these red dots is telling you that we're squeezing. That means price is staying within a certain range, and you want it to break out of that range before you take maybe a shot. Now, anybody that wants to take a short here, it is breaking out of that range. All right. So what I like to do also is I like to teach you guys the box strategy. The box strategy is taking two candles and trading around that box. So watch what I do. At the 8 o'clock candle, I'm going to put a box here. And then the 8:03 candle, I'm going to go to the lower part of that box. And if you notice, the VWAP is here. We're breaking beneath the VWAP. We're coming up in price, but all we've done is we've gone to the bottom of the range. Maybe we start breaking out of this 5-minute range. But a dot just formed again on the lower chart, so we need to find something that's moving. This isn't moving right now. It's moving down, but it ain't really moving down. You know what I'm saying? It ain't moving. It's moving, but it ain't moving. But yes, this is the MYM. I kind of liked what gold was doing. I'm about to switch back to gold. Gold was moving. You know what? Let's look at oil. I didn't even think about that. Let's look at oil. Let's go look at oil. Let's look at good old oil. Now, oil, guys, for every dollar move, you're going to make $100. I know that's crazy, right? Every dollar move is $100. You need $3,600 to trade this. You need $3,600. But it's so easy to trade it because you're just like every dollar move, I make my 100. You need $3,600 to trade the MCLs. You need $3,600. And look, this would have been, well, that was ugly. Yeah, that wasn't even a really big move. You would have been up about $20. You would have been up about $20 in this particular short. I gotta look and see how oil does in after hours. I haven't really been looking at it, but look at this move. This is how the move looks. You see this, guys, right here? This is how the move looks. You're gonna look for something that looks like this breaking out of a range. You see this candle? And you see this candle? They have wicks to the low side. You also see this red cloud. You would have been in this in oil right around 90. $94.30. We dropped, guys, to 93. We dropped to 93.63. So we didn't quite get to $100, but you were up about $60 to $70. So that same move that you see right here, gold was up about 100, oil was up about 70, and then it started to move back to the upside. I wouldn't have been mad if you guys took a trade right here. If you had taken this trade because you saw it breaking back up and you saw this green and this green, and you bought it at this moving average. So, you know, I like to see moves that look like this. I like a move that goes up, comes into the 10-day moving average and starts to go up. I like to buy it around this low area. I would have probably bought this in the 93.80 range. Woo! And you see how it dropped? That's why I gotta figure out what's happening in the after hours. I'm gonna have to change how much money I'm looking for in the market. Because I mean, I guess it was up $35. So, you know, $35 is like maybe 70 in the real world. So maybe if it's up 25 or 30, I need to bring my stop to break even. And then it started to go down, and now it's starting to go up. So it's kind of choppy jalopy. But yeah, that's the type of. Oh, I actually wouldn't have taken this trade because it's blue down here, but that's besides the point. Yeah, there's not enough volume, but if you can find the volume and the volume kicks in, guys, you can find some decent trades. So I'm about to get out of here. It's 8:30. We didn't find a trade today. Now tomorrow is Friday. I am golfing early, so I'm gonna try to call the market early in the morning. So if you're part of my super fan group, I'm gonna try calling the market early in the morning. When I call the market early in the morning, guys, I think my tee time is early. So I'm not going to be trading with you guys, but I'm going to be there in spirit. I'm going to be there in spirit. And let me know how you guys are doing. I'm going to try to call the market all the way up into my tee time. Now, Fridays, I've been golfing, so on Fridays, you can expect me to maybe not really call the market with you. But Monday through Thursdays, you guys can expect me to call the markets in the morning. You guys are going to be able to trade with me in the evenings at 8 o'clock if we can find a trade. Maybe I got to flip to maybe a 1 minute chart. I don't know. I'm gonna get a feel for it. I just started trading the 8 o'clock sessions. So I got to get used to trading these low volume time frames to kind of see what I can do. Maybe I'll go from a 3 minute to a 1 minute. I saw a couple of you guys that were using that 1 minute chart. So maybe I'll flip to a 1 minute chart. I got to go back test and see if there's some decent moves and decent setups during that time frame. So coming to you guys from Decatur, where it's greater, and I am out of here. Peace out. I will see you guys tomorrow. Now remember, tomorrow we're going to look at Mad